what do we got?
Well, this one is the great gas conspiracy, and it is that the automakers and the fuel suppliers are in collusion with each other to keep us dependent on expensive gasoline and inefficient cars. And there is a host of devices out there that are supposed to help you beat them and stick it to the man.
That'd be great.
So we're going to blow the lid off this thing.
Conspiracy theorists say oil companies and car makers share the profits gained by deliberately keeping cars inefficient. But there are a whole host of devices that can supposedly cut your fuel consumption dramatically. And the magnetic Mythbusters are going to put these to the test.
What's the plan?
Well, you know, some of these devices work on carbureted cars and some of them work on fuel-injected cars.
Sounds like we should get one of each type.
Absolutely. And you know, the other thing is, I say we do this under super controlled lab conditions.
Well, they have those things, I think they're called dynamometers.
Oh, the thing they put the cars on while they're testing, they're stationary?
And we should also put the gasoline in an exterior vessel that we can track and we can visually see how much we're consuming.
I don't think anyone will have any ability to complain about our methodology here.
Yeah.
They will.
First things first, the cars. Car 1 is a mid-90s fuel-injected run-of-the-mill runaround. But Carburetor Car 2 is something altogether more retro.
This is a nice car.
Yeah, it's your style, isn't it?
I love it. Drives like a cushioned dream. Look at that.
Seems like it's in good shape. It's real clean.
This is a road trip car. We're going to Vegas in it when we're all done. Me and Jamie.
With both cars up and running, the Mythbusters next turn mechanics, but without much success.
What is this? That's what I also don't know.
They're trying to work out which of the many tubes is the fuel line that connects the gas tank to the engine.
This hose right here.
Yeah, that's fuel.
That's fuel, and I'm going to try and turn the engine over.
Okay, and I should see fuel squirt out of that all over the hot engine, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep, no, stop.
Bingo! With the fuel line sussed, Jamie disconnects it from the gas tank and attaches it to an acrylic gas-holding cylinder, which will let them see precisely how much fuel the cars consume. And that means they're ready for those mythical money-saving devices. And where can those be found? Why, the internet, of course.
What I have so far, fuel line magnets and a carburetor that is purported to give you 300 miles per gallon. I've also gotten plans for a homemade fuel cell that you can build that converts water into hydrogen gas that you can use to run your car.
Grant's hydrogen fuel cell is all about electrolysis. When you apply a voltage to electrodes in water, the H2O molecules split into hydrogen and oxygen. This internet patent can allegedly generate so much hydrogen that you can run a car with it. Adam's going to build the electrolysis device as detailed in the internet plans.
That right there is the business end of the oil monopoly, man!
While Grant is concentrating on the power. It's the current through the electrodes that should cause hydrogen to be released.
This should be a square wave, and right now it's kind of a nasty sawtooth.
After an hour of fernickety fiddling, Adam's fuel cell is connected to Grant's power circuit, and everything's ready for a test.
Dude, I see bubbles. Check it out.
Yeah, it is bubbling.
It's working. Hydrogen is bursting forth. But will these tiny bubbles be enough to fuel a car?
This was what I first thought was going to be the label. And then I thought, I can say that simpler. And I came up with, sticking it to the man. Every week, a couple of geeks from San Francisco face a challenge.
For this week's challenge, the Mythbusters have turned mechanics as they put miracle cures for gas guzzlers to the test.
I guess we just put it like that.
Adams built a hydrogen fuel cell.
I see bubbles.
And the team has got hold of the internet's best-selling gas-saving devices.
Super efficient carburetor, man.
So now they're all set to head to the dynamometer test facility. For a point of comparison, using a set amount of fuel, they'll calculate the miles per gallon of each car. First at 35 miles an hour.
17 miles per gallon.
Okay.
And then at a highway average, 55 miles an hour.
Tell you, it's a lot more fuel efficient in its main gear at 55. We're getting 25.5 miles per gallon.
With the baselines for the carburetor car cached, bring on the first miracle cure, the magnets.
Okay, so it says to put it as close as we can to the carburetor.
Okay, magnet test. Here we go.
According to the box, the magnets work on the principles of hydrodynamics and align the fuel molecules in such a way that they burn better. But what does that mean? We asked our graphics guy to explain it, but he didn't understand it either. So it's a mystery how they work. But have they had any effect at 55 miles an hour?
The baseline reading at 55 is 25.66. I come out with 25.55.
Okay.
No change.
No change at 55. And at 35, it's the same story.
Well, what does that tell us?
It busts this whole magnet, fuel, electromagnetics thing wide open, man. It's crap.
It's strike one for the gas conspiracy theory.
So the next test is acetone mixed with gasoline. What we have to do is put about a 500 to 1 ratio in here, which amounts to 2 milliliters of acetone in with the gasoline.
The idea is that the acetone somehow makes the gas burn more completely. But does it work at 35 miles an hour?
Well, it uses up fuel a little faster, which gives us miles per gallon of 16.65 with acetone, as opposed to 17.03 without acetone.
So acetone makes the car less efficient. A result confirmed with the 55 mile an hour test. Next up, the miracle carburetor.
I'm gonna get behind the wheel.
This latest device can supposedly increase mileage to 300 miles per gallon. But Adam's out of gas even before he's reached the baseline level.
17.69 miles to the gallon. It's a lot less than 25.5 miles to the gallon.
I don't see any potential for 100 or 200 or 300 miles per gallon out of this thing. Darn.